So what happened, Eric, is here I am, pretty successful doing this nighttime show, being heard across the 13 states as advertised, getting a lot of calls. And one day I got bored with politics. I said, not another night, not another 5 hours of politics. Oh, no. So I had a friend. You may have heard the name or know the name Lear, as in Learjet. Well, John Lear is the son of the man who put together and owned Learjet, John Lear. And John has some unusual ideas about virtually everything, including UFOs, including Area 51 that I'm very close to as I speak to you right now, and the things that have gone on out there. So I thought, I wonder what will happen. Now, bear in mind, the owners of KWN were conservatives. They ran that as a conservative radio station. Anything else was heresy. So I thought, well, just one night, let me give it a try. And I had John Lear on. I thought, how interesting would it be to talk about Area 51, to talk about UFOs, to talk about all sorts of different things. So I had him on, and that was the beginning of the end, Eric. I began getting so many calls that, we had an 800 line. That was back in the days when you had to have an 800 line. If you wanted out-of-state calls, that's how you got them. And I kept doing these kinds of topics, and about a month into it, Eric, of course, my boss was going totally berserk, not wanting me to do this, ordering me not to do this, threatening to fire me. And by the way, they did fire me, I think 3 and perhaps 4 times. Problem was, Eric, the ratings were so good. I mean, during the day, the radio station had virtually no ratings. At night, when I was on, we were number 1. Everybody loved it. Well, everybody except the owners. They hated it. Absolutely hated it. I mean, you can imagine some very staunch conservatives trying to answer to their friends how their radio station was talking about UFOs and things of that sort at night. It drove them crazy.
About what year was this?
This would have been probably the mid to, let's see. By the time we were talking about this sort of thing, it would have been the mid-90s. Mid-90s. So I was taken in there and fired at least 4 times, Eric, and then almost immediately rehired. I remember one day that somebody came to me and said, Art, we love your show. The Concorde, the supersonic Concorde, is going to be in Las Vegas and then making a trip to Paris, France. And guess what? We're going to get you and the lady friend of your choice onto the Concorde and go to Paris.